For a very long time now, I've been telling my wife that I'm gonna go out and capture some images for artworks in our home. Now, being a photographer, you think this would be really easy, but I've just felt creatively blocked. And I don't know what it is, but today, in this video, I'm going out to solve that. And here are some tips that I learned along the way. Okay, so we're down here at my local beach, which is like one of my favorite spots to come down to. And I'm here with Molly. Molly, say g'day.
Hello, how are we?
What's your socials?
By Molly.
By Molly. So if you want to follow Molly, she's going to be modeling for me today. And look, I mean, the weather's turned it on, so I think we should just get stuck into it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This could actually be a pretty cool composition. It's just, I've got one person sitting down there on the rocks and another two people up there, I don't know, having a picnic or something. So I'm gonna have to get rid of them in post. So I'm gonna take the shot and then we'll see what we do with it later on. I just like these little flowers in front. They're just really nice. Oh, on this film camera, it looks like a, kind of like a Slim Aaron shot. Yeah, that's nice. 35 mil is the vibe. So tip number one, gather inspiration. Now this tip is kind of an obvious one, but it can also be counterproductive if you're not careful. The problem with gathering inspiration is I feel like most of us creatives spend too much time on this, and it actually has a negative effect on us. It may make us feel inferior, like we cannot go out and actually create the art. There's a lot of negative things that can occur from this. So my recommendation is to just keep this nice and short and sweet. I like to just block it out for an hour, 2 hours, spend a little bit of time on it, put together a few images that I like, spend some time away from it, and then come back another time and give it one more hour after that. I find by doing this and having a break in between, it gives my brain that time to actually come up with my own ideas and own concepts for what I want to go out and capture. So yeah, just be cautious with this one because I feel like it can have a negative effect at times. Maybe come over here where the splash is and we get a bit of the water splashing. Spaghetti arms, fingers and spaghetti arms. Yeah, do that. Yeah, looking up at the sun. I'm not used to shooting portraits on a 28mm equivalent lens. It's 18 on a crop sensor, but it's like new to me shooting on such a wide lens. I actually kind of like the vibe of it. It's different. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Nice. There's definitely a lot of distractions in the background, like a lot of people. I'm going to show you how to remove distracting objects or people from an image using today's sponsor, which is Adobe Photoshop. Now, Adobe Photoshop has this incredible new feature built in called the Remove tool, and you are able to remove distractions with the click of a button. I just go up here, I click on the Remove tool, I go up to Find Distractions. In this instance, I want to get rid of the people. It even recognized one of the people in behind this water splash over in the corner here, which is insane. Boom, in an instant, they're gone. Now I've removed all distractions from this image, I just want to give some more life to the ocean. I'm going to use the new adjustment brush tool to add some vibrance, instead of using the traditional masking methods. And now I'm just going to draw over the parts of the ocean that I just want to give some more vibrance to. Small edits make big changes, and I've used the adjustment brush tool to add a subtle amount of vibrance. So if you want to learn more about Adobe's new features, hit the description below attached to this video. Can you look up for me? What's it going to look? Yeah, like that? Yeah, nice. It is dark. Oh no.
Did you get that?
Did I have that earlier? I took it off earlier, it's all right. Just twist your collarbone in more. Yep. Cool. Just in case I didn't get that one, can you go back down there?
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Because that was actually a nice shot. Can you just go back in the exact same spot? I can't remember if I had one or not, eh? This is what happens when you have a newborn baby and you're severely sleep deprived. Come on. Wake up, Kurt. And tip number 2, go out and actually do the craft. You've gathered your inspo, you're feeling inspired, but the problem is you get caught up with life and you don't actually act upon what you're wanting to create. I see this time and time again. I do this time and time again. I could walk up into the office to the team and be like, this week we're gonna punch out 100 YouTube videos and I'm real inspired to do it, and then we might create one and then all of a sudden it's like, blah, it's gone because I'm on to the next thing. And we need to just be conscious of this and actually act upon some of these concepts or ideas or things that we want to create. So I know this tip seems obvious, but it's actually something that I do. So go out and act upon this new inspiration that you've got.
These are kind of fun.
Yeah, they're cool there.
How do you shoot in the midday sun?
Oh, it's so hard. It's difficult. Like, look, sorry, I'm rubbing my eye. I got some water in my eye. It's so difficult. Like, if this was a shoot right now, I would have a scrim out and I'd be bouncing some light back in and making it look really pretty. But because we're just like running around and doing a photo shoot, photo bomb, even what would look cool today, like a front camera flash, that'd look cool. I feel like that's like part of the aesthetic we're going for today. So it would look cool in this setting. Like, it's very blue and beautiful, but yeah, it just needs that little extra pop of light, I think, because like the shadows get real baggy under our eye, like under anyone's eyes at this time of day. You look at my eyes. No. But you get like these bad bags under your eyes. It's just not an aesthetic, nice light. It's not a nice angle. Like, top down never looks good. So like, sometimes you can get away with it if you're walking along on the sand, there's a bit of soft bounce underneath. But right now it's difficult. I'd be like aiming for the shade, getting some scrims out, getting some bounce out, maybe getting some strobes out to just counteract that ugly light coming down, really. So yeah, those last ones aren't great, but oh well. We've got some like ones I should be happy with, I'm hoping. If they turn out, if the exposure's right. Where's my lens cap? After all that. All right, let's go. I've never loaded this camera, so hopefully this works. Excellent, it loaded. Tip number 3, try something new. Now, I'm a commercial photographer, and in this day and age, it makes sense to just be using digital cameras. So I'm usually shooting with a digital camera. So for me today, I went out and I shot on film, 35mm film. I have a new film camera that I wanted to test out, and I also had a new film stock that I wanted to try. But outside of the equipment, it was also getting out of that mind frame of commercial photography. I'm so used to shooting models or people and creating this beautiful lifestyle to sell a product, where this is more trying to capture something that would look pretty enough that someone would be proud to put on their walls. And test shoots are a great way to try out some new equipment, try out some new techniques, without the pressure of a client looking over your shoulder or that fear of failure. Yeah, so the water's not looking as blue as I wanted it, and it's pretty tight and cramped in here. But if the water was blue, it'd be all right, because it'd still look amazing, because that outlook looks great, but it just looks a bit grey and grim right now. I reckon sit down there on the step, like have your feet in, and then I'll kind of float around you a bit. In my shoot F4, we're at ISO 50. Make it happen, let's make magic happen. All right, just waiting for that wind there. 3, 2, 1. Nice. Like maybe you could lean up against the wall here, sort of thing. Bit too lent out. Maybe more like with the foot up. It looks really nice over there now with the sun. Maybe we'll go down to the Gutter and down onto the rocks and that down over there. So I messaged Molly last night, nice and early. Actually, no, to start with, Molly
last night, nice and early.
Molly.
Nice and early.
Nice and early, 10 p.m. No, Molly messaged me at 6 p.m. last night saying like, oh, I can do tomorrow now. I was like, great, because she cancelled on me originally. What a dog. And then all of a sudden doesn't want to turn up in a tan or, you know, just be prepared at all.
I thought we weren't shooting somewhere until 11 p.m. So
That's true. That's true. I was literally making a mood board for this like last night at 10 o'clock at night. So I was like messaging Molly being like, oh, this could work. Sorry. Tip number 4 is collaborate. Now, test shoot is a perfect example of a way to collaborate with others. You can collaborate with models, hair and makeup artists, stylists, all the different components that you could need for any type of production. My tendency is I like to do things alone. I don't know why it is, but I mean, maybe I'm a lone wolf like that. I just like being in my own room and in my own world and just creating something by myself. But the reality is when I work in a big team, the content that I create is so much better. If I'm a director or if I'm a photographer, if I've got a good crew of people around me all throwing ideas into this one same goal, it always ends up being a better result. So I recommend partnering up with different people and collaborating and just learn something from each other. This is what it's all about. Might give you this camera as like a prop. Just do not drop it in the water. There's the content. Yeah. Don't ruin my new camera. and I'll get you. Oh, I was like, no. This is my light meter. Yeah, so it's telling me that I know my ISO is at 50, my f-stop's gonna be at f4, and we'll do a shutter speed of 800 of a second. So that should give us a good exposure then, which will kind of look like that photo, is the idea. Oh, this is gonna look sick. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hang on, Molly. I've got issues here. It's like something's not levered back properly yet. What? No, it's not. It's gonna be so tight and out of focus. What? Oh well, we lost a roll. 3, 2, 1. That was nice. I like that. I think I like better. Your back leg is going out to the rock, and your front leg facing me is back. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Lovely. I reckon that might have been it. That's gonna be a 6 shot. Extend your fingers a little more. Yep, that's nice. Nice. Bad thing about this camera is this rangefinder is so small. My eyelashes get in the way of trying to look through it. It's so hard. You actually got to keep your eye back a bit, but then you can't see the screen. I'm gonna need to get you into a pose that's a bit different. Beautiful. I think I got it. That's the beauty of film, you don't really know. You're not really sure. You just hit the shutter button and hope for the best. All right, so the final tip is publish your work. Now, us creatives, we have massive egos. We do not like others telling us that our work sucks. But the reality is, sometimes our work does suck. And today was probably one of those ones for me. It wasn't my best work. However, I learned a lot along the way. I got to test out some new film stocks. Probably never use that again because I didn't like the way it looked off the back of it. But at least I learned something. And when you publish your work, you put it out to the world and you get a real response from people. So we need to like drop our egos a little bit and take in the feedback that we get and understand that this is a learning curve for us so that we can create better work next time round. So don't be afraid to publish. It's a great learning curve, regardless of whether your work is incredible or not. Do not self-sabotage, publish your work. So in reflection of today's photo shoot, look, it wasn't my best work. However, I did go home and I came up with a heap of different concepts for some stuff that I want to capture for this art exhibition that I want to create. Now, I want to bring you guys along on the journey, and my plan is to document the whole process and I guess the whole journey. So if you want to come along on that journey with us, please subscribe to the channel. I'm keen to make it. I'm going to be making it regardless, just whether you guys join along or not. So you probably should subscribe to be notified when I post a new video. Anyway, see you in the next one.